So hi guys, I've been away for about a week and I'm really excited to be back for this new update. The Terra Trio has finally been awakened, and I know that in my previous video I've mentioned that we probably will not be getting them so soon, but yeah, this is really soon because we thought that Netmarble would actually boost the magic meta first before introducing all these tanky units for the tank meta. But you know, we really never know what they are up to, so actually let's take a look at their skills first. uh, we'll go through Nox first because I think he's the most useful. So his passive actually decreases physical damage received by 70%, and this is different from the Korean meta, whereby Nox actually decreases all damage received by 60%. Okay, so this is only for physical damage, and he increased the debuff success rate for all allies by 20%. Now this is really good in a death team because in a death team you want your units to be continuously hitting the opponent with death CC, of course, and he has 100% block, which is really awesome. Next, his skill, Deadly Gaze, it inflicts 100% physical damage on enemies and kills them. And I think this means that death is also inflicted because it kills the enemy after 2 turns, and it decreases physical attack for enemies by 40%. So this means that it's really suited to counter a physical deck because it has defenses against a physical deck, and it also has the ability to reduce their attack power. So the next skill is it inflicts 60% physical damage on all enemies AoE 2 times, decrease buff duration by 2 turns, and increase skill cooldown by 20 seconds. So this is kind of similar to his Korean version as well. And do take note of this: decrease buff duration by 2 turns and increase skill cooldown by 20 seconds. Okay, we'll see that again later. So for his awakened ability, actually it is simply a death CC application. Okay, it does not do any damage, but it has the chance of doing 2 times of death CC, which means instant kill on certain opponents. And I think coupled with his passive, the chance of death CC application is very high. And now I know we are all waiting for Chris's pet to be released so that your debuff chance is even higher. So let's take a quick look at his skill animation. When I saw this in Korea, I was personally not a big fan because I thought it was really basic. But then again, these units are, you know, not special in any sense. So yeah. Okay, but the thing about skill animation, looking at skill animation, is looking at how many hits it does. So if you look at this Deadly Gaze, 1, 2, maybe about 2 to 3 hits. Okay, we need to see in the actual arena. Which means 3 shields from, you know, Miho, Kao, Rin. Yeah, so these are things you need to take note when you look at skill animation. So Hell Wave, it does 1 time, I think. 2 hits only. And Sword of Abyss does nothing. Yeah, so it only applies to CC. Okay, so next we have, let's look at Rook, because yes, he's also another useful one. So Rook's passive, from a look at, I mean, if you compare, look at this, from a one-liner passive, he has gained so much. Okay, he also has a reduced physical damage received by 70%. He protects defensive allies, so only the rock elements. Tanked him basically from cooldown increased debuffs. In Korea, this ability is actually for his whole team. Okay, and recently he is also revamped in Korea for PvE usage. So if you were to look at Rook skills now, please do not please do not do the direct comparison, yeah, because it is no longer the same arena Rook that he was made to be. And he also has 100% block. Okay, so Next, he has this skill, Javelin, 100% on 3 times, so it's 300%, always critical, which means it will be quite painful, and it bleeds 200%. Now remember that bleed will be undergoing a revamp, okay? Bleed will be undergoing a revamp, so how bleed will end up inducing further damage would be when the opponent is hit by a basic counter or speed attack. So when the opponent is hit, okay, so if you use him in PvP and he only does it to a single target, so you would want to make sure that that target will tend to be hit. Of course we can't control that, but you can only hope for that. Next is Light Shield. Now this skill is really strong, okay? It gives the 3000 shield, HP shield, and it provides immunity to debuffs for 1 time. Initially when I read this, I thought, okay, he'll be giving 1 void shield, like Evan, but no, it is an immunity to debuff, which is really useful because it not only gives you HP, it gives you immunity to debuff. And I think this skill is also very useful in PvE because 3000 HP could be really useful in certain cases, of course, not all the case. Skill cooldown is really long, but I think that 3000 is something that is worth it, And I know in my video on Future Awakenings, I mentioned that I don't think that we will be getting this ability so soon because I felt that with Chloe's introduction, the 1000 HP shield was a step into this direction. But wow, within 3 weeks we have Rook's 3000 HP shield, so I think Chloe is going to be slightly side-casted, yeah. And for his Awakening Shield, he inflicts 100% physical damage on all enemies. So this is the AoE. It also has the AoE stun, and it decreases counter rate by 50%. Now, don't you think this sounds really familiar? I mean, yeah, they basically just took Chloe's skill and gave it to Rook as an Awakening skill. Right? So to me this is a bit I don't know, effortless on NM's part, because I think they're just copying the codes and pasting them on new heroes, such kind of thing. I mean, if you look at Chancellor, and if you see this skill, it's exactly the same except for the damage, of course. Exactly the same effects as Nox's skill. And yeah, but that's all. That's all that's similar. If you were to compare the trio, you will see some similarities between the three of them, and it's like a triangle kind of thing. Yeah, so okay, for Chancellor, he is quite vastly different from his Korean counterpart, but I think he is actually really strong, way stronger than what he is in the Korean server, because now he's immune to all magic damage for 6 turns. So much for a magic meta coming, yeah. But we now have Chancellor, who is going to be immune to magic, and he's also going to be immune to skill cooldown, and this applies to physical offensive allies, which means the fire allies, which means he will be really suited in a offensive team. However, he does not have the passive like in Korean. Okay, so there was a bit of tech glitch here, so I'm gonna continue off from where I left off. Okay, so Chancellor, he really supports the offensive team. However, his speed is not there yet, so we'll see how he's being used. But currently, I don't think, from what I have heard from the global arena meta, he is not one of the top few picks among the 3. So, but we'll see. I know he's being used, but definitely not as much as the other two. And he also survives on 1 HP. Okay, compared to his Korean passive, he does not revive, he does not have reflect, which is a good thing because reflect is totally not even good now. And he does not reduce 40% damage, okay, received. So he is not as bulky as we would like him to be. But we'll see, we'll look at his survivability in a future video. So his first attack chest cut of light, yeah. Inflicts 60% physical damage, piercing and always crit. 3 on all enemies. This is an AoE, so it's really strong. And Sword of Brilliance. Inflicts 100% physical damage, 2 times decrease, basically the knocks effect. Okay, I'm not sure which one of the skill it is, but I think it's this one. So in Korea, actually, this skill of his is not a damage skill at all. So in the Korean, Chancellor is very tanky and only has 1 attacking skill. The other skill is basically reduce active buffs and reduce defense of opponent. So here ours reduce buff duration and increase the cooldown of opponent, and also damages. So I think he's better here, not as so he won't be casting useless spells. And for his awaken skill, piercing as well, so he has 2 piercing skills, really good. And he also AoE, and he also inflicts damage 3 times, and he also electrifies. Very, I do like his skill set. So let's look at his animation. And I think his awaken design is way better. So if you can see, this skill actually hits 9 hits. Okay, 9 hits, which is very good for shield removal. This one, however, it's only 2 times, 2 hits. And for his awaken skill, it's 3 hits. Just once. Okay. So let's look at possible team combinations. Now, I think in the arena, okay, currently in Asia arena, no one is using them yet. Okay, there's number 4. Yeah, so I would like to talk about this team. Now, this team is currently the recommended team. We're not sure how it will go because right now tank teams will definitely prevail over speed teams. However, when everyone is using a tank team, that is when the issue comes. Okay. So maybe we can go down and see. Okay, so it's only really 1 person. Okay, this one as well. So you can see Chancellor is not in the lineup at all. Okay, so since I haven't equipped my heroes, since I have not equipped my heroes, so let's just take a look at what some of the top tier arena players have equipped theirs with. So for Rook, double speed, double HP, paralyzed CC, damage reduction from blocking, so that really makes him tanky. Oh gosh, he has afro, dreadlocks, sorry. Okay, then let's look at Chancellor. He's also given speed and already follow of all weapons. So the difference is about 150. Okay, we'll talk about fallout of all weapons in the next video. Okay, and then we have Nox. So Nox is given lethal, double HP, also the block jewel, death debuff and HP accessory. I remember number 4 is also Nox. Lethal, death CC and crit damage. Blocking jewel. Rook is given speed. Okay. And Chancellor is not awakened yet. Okay, so there we have it. So you guys know what to do. As for the setup, I've seen a fellow YouTuber do this. Nox, Rook, Elisha. I will miss Yonhi. Where is he? Chris. Who's the last one? Nox. Evan. Is it Evan? No, it's not Evan. Oh, it is Evan. Okay, so Evan, but I've also seen comments. I don't know, that Evan should not be included. Some people have suggested using Rudy, because Evan's skills are of no use currently. So you may consider Rudy, but I'm not sure if Rudy has the capability to live that long compared to Evan. I think he would. Okay, my Rudy is really sad though. My Rudy went for pure counter during his time. So yeah. Here's my Rudy. Super unequipped. I mean, badly equipped. But this was what I was using long time ago. So I think the masteries would also be fully defensive, like something like this. I'm only setting it now, but I'm not sure if I will be going that direction. And I'm still confused about this mastery. But I think it will go like that. Yeah. Okay, so what else is there to talk about in this video? Basically, I would still want to discuss about Sylvia and whoever that's gonna come out in PvP, but I think given trends, it should be Sylvia. So Sylvia. Okay, why would I wanna come here? Since her stuff are not done. Okay, but Sylvia, well, since they have successfully buffed the tank meta and provided support for the offensive team and as well as the tank team and as well as the death team, and they were trying to boost the magic team with Chloe and Roro, and they thought that that would be sufficient, but clearly it was not. And I'm quite surprised to see that they have not realized that Roro and Chloe could not hand in hand bring up the magic meta. And I think maybe they did not foresee this. Maybe they thought that everything will go smoothly, your magic meta will be up, so when they roll out these 3 heroes, 3 Terra Trio, we'll have a very diversified arena meta. So we will have physical teams with Chancellor supporting and mitigating magic teams, and we'll also have the tank meta and the death meta. However, they did not, nothing happened, nothing of such happened, and Sylvia has yet to be seen. So I think probably they are just going down their schedule and they have all planned it out. And I hope that Sylvia and Velika are not too far off, but I think with the three new with the three new heroes, we will not be seeing an awakening next week. Who knows? And they did actually push the Crusaders like this as well, so we never know. Hopefully they'll give us 1 week of allowance, or give everyone 1 week of allowance, and then we'll get Sylvia and Velika and whoever else that's coming, and maybe Ryan. Okay, so till next time, I will talk about the other updates in another video.